Hello my dear students, I welcome you to our science session. Today we are going to start with our new chapter 3, Diversity in Living Things and Their Classification. Can you recall in which spheres of the earth do living things exist? Hydrosphere, lithosphere and atmosphere. Can you tell, are the plants and animals that you have seen all alike? In geographical conditions at different places on the earth are very different. They try to adjust to those conditions. Let's see diversity in plants. Various types of plants are found in many places around us. Some plants like grass are short. Some plants grow underwater while some others float on water. Some even grow in deserts. Let us study this diversity among plants. Autotrophic plants. Plants make their own food in sunlight. Such plants are called as autotrophic plants. As you know that the plants which prepare their own food with this process is called as photosynthesis. For example, the hibiscus plant, pomegranate plant, periwinkle plant, etc. Heterotrophic plants. Plants that cannot prepare their own food but use the food of other plants are called heterotrophic plants. Example, Loranthus. Insectivorous plants. Plants that consume insects are called insectivorous plants. Example, pitcher plant, Venus flytrap, etc. The method of scientific classification of plants was developed by the scientist Carolus Linnaeus. The structure of a plant. Plant structure can generally be divided into two parts, the stem which grows above the ground and the root which grows below the ground surface. The root, stem and leaves are the main parts of plants. From time to time, plants bear flowers for reproduction. Flowers are transformed into fruits. Fruits have seeds. Seeds give rise to new plant. Let's see our first part, flowers. This is the most attractive part of a flower. It is connected to the stem by the stalk, which may be long or short. A flower has a typical color and shape. The flower is an important means of reproduction. Next, leaf. The leaf is flat. It plays an important role in the production of food. Leaves are mainly of two types, simple and compound leaves. Fruits. Fruits have different shapes. Fruits contain one or more seeds. The pods of beans and peas are actually fruits. Stem. The height, shape and size of plants depend upon their stem. The stem carries out the functions of production, conduction and storage of food. In some plants, it has the function of reproduction. The stem gives support to the other parts of the plant. Roots. Roots hold the soil firmly and anchor the plant. The main function of root are to absorb and transport water and nutrients from the soil. The roots of carrot and radish also store food. There are two types of roots, taproot and fibrous roots. Types of leaves and roots. Simple leaves and compound leaves. Simple leaves have single leaf blade, while compound leaves have smaller and separate leaf blades called leaflets. Roots. Taproots, the main root with other minor side roots which grow deep into the soil, is called taproot, while the fine, thick hair like structure that spread sideways in all the directions is called fibrous roots. What is the need for classification of plants? In order to identify plants correctly, to understand the similarities and differences between the plants. Now let's see classification of plants in detail. Trees. Some plants grow tall. Their stem or trunk is hard and strong. They have branches at some height above the ground. They bear flowers and fruits for many years. Example, mango tree, neem tree. They live for many years. Shrubs. They give out branches very close to the ground. They are shorter and smaller than trees, but they have a thick and hard stem. Their height is 2 to 3 meters. Example, hibiscus plant. Herbs. The stems of herbs are green and quite flexible as compared to those of trees and shrubs. Herbs may live for few months or up to 2 years. Their height is 1 to 1.5 meters tall. Example, mint, fenugreek. Vines. Some vines need vertical support for growing while some others spread on the ground. Climbers like the money plant have aerial roots. The stems of a creeper is very flexible, soft and green. Example, grapevine and pumpkin. Classification of plants based on their life cycle. Annuals. This plant's life cycle is completed in 1 year. Example, jowar and sunflower. Perennials. These plants live for several years and bear flowers and fruits. Example, gulmohar and mango. Biennial plants. These plants' life cycle is completed in 2 years. Example, beetroot and carrot. Can you tell? To which part of plants are butterflies and insects attracted? Butterflies and insects are attracted towards the flowers of the plants. Plants that bear flowers are called flowering plants. Plants that never bear flowers are called non-flowering plants. These plants may not have organs like roots, stems, leaves. The world's largest flower is found in Indonesia. The diameter of the flower of the plant Rafflesia arnoldi is about 1 meter, and the world's smallest flower is of the plant called Wolfria or duckweed. Its diameter is as small as 0.5 mm. Can you tell? Where does the pomegranate shrub grow? Where does the lotus grow? Where do bulrush, the railroad creeper, grow? And where does the dodder plant grow? Find out the answers and note down them. We see different plants growing in different places around us. Plants can be classified according to their habitat or the place where they can grow. Land, water, marshy areas, deserts, and even a big tree are the various habitats of plants. As you can see in this picture, some plants are grown underwater, but they are at attached to the ground, and some plants just float, or some plants even float and their roots are anchored in the soil, whereas some plants grow on the land.